Hello everybody, welcome back to Quantum Break with me, Transfat. Okay, we're gonna continue, well I guess start Act 5 Part 1, Monarch HQ. Definitely playing Quantum Break. I'll come back for you.
Reiterate, the entire town now seems to be a disaster area, and while authorities and relief workers from Monarch are redoubling their efforts, it seems everybody's working at capacity. And
time was broken, working out of sync. The city was in a state of chaos. The end of time was closing in.
And you still believed you could fix it?
The solution was inside Monarch Tower. The countermeasure.
The CFR, as Monarch knew it. The key to the lifeboat protocol. Monarch's survival plan. But that didn't seem to matter to you.
I had a better plan.
Oh.
Okay then.
Alright, oh, we have our weapons, nice. I was worried we wouldn't. Oh.
Christ!
That's all you have to say about that, Jack? Alright. That's pretty cool. Man, getting a lot of shots. You should consider not doing that. Are these like beefier than normal? I don't remember having a mag jump to kill them. Did that ragdoll get hit by the train? That would be amusing to me. Don't throw grenades.
No.
Nice. I was hoping it would launch him, but hey, I'll take it. Wait, oh, more of them already. Are they gonna keep respawning? Haha. Missed me. Now you gotta get shot a bunch. Okay. Oh nice, they do have ammo for my gun. My preferred gun, that is. Actually, this isn't for fire pistol. Let's grab one. Oh. Okay. Well. Why didn't that work? Oh, they have a chrono harness. Duh. I'm just gonna get a little distance. Seems like a good idea to me anyway.
Now, where do they keep the countermeasure? Shouldn't be too hard to find.
It's kind of funny. A lot of the times when these ragdolls get frozen, it kind of looks like they're having a very jolly belly laugh. Oh boy. I want the machine gun. I don't think I do. There's a couple of them around, but I like the carbine. Hey Train, how you doing? Majestic beans, royal subs and salads. Can you give me the ammo? I would enjoy that ammo right now. Thank you.
I do not know
Okay. Just watching that train go back and forth while listening to that. I wonder how they do that. It seems pretty random. Like, I realized they could just do the animation and then just apply a random back and forth. Kind of like scrubbing back and forth on a timeline on it. It's kind of neat. I like it. I dig it. But yeah, it was weird. We had to manipulate that that radio with time.
Joyce, you hear me?
Charlie,
You're here for the CFR, right?
the countermeasure.
Well, you're kind of lucky because Serene's left the building. We're in lockdown, but the good news is I know this system like the back of my hand. I can open doors for you. All of them.
Cute.
You'll need to get to Serene's office. He's got direct access to the CFR. Alright?
How does it even work? Everything's frozen. Electrical signals still need time to travel. Game? Who are you trying to kid here?
Mr. Hatch! I thought you... They said you're dead.
They are confused about a great many things. I have a little job for you.
But I mean, I'm not sure I should...
You are still working for me.
Yes, of course. Whatever you say, Mr. Hatch.
Monarch flunky. Yeah, it wasn't really clear in the last episode's live action sequence how Hatches came back. I assume it's something time related, but
Welcome to the international headquarters of Monarch Solutions. This state-of-the-art building has become world famous for its unique architecture and its iconic presence in the Riverport skyline. Incorporating an unprecedented level of automation designed with both comfort and security in mind, complete with a zero-carbon footprint, the building provides a safe and environmentally friendly workplace for thousands of Monarch employees. Monarch Solutions. All we think about is the future.
Zero carbon footprint. Well, in that case, I'm sure you're all cool.
I was just thinking the same thing. Zero carbon footprint is I don't know, that feels like an impossible achievement. Like even with all Monarch technology. Oh well. Oh. Ah. What are you doing up there? You're being silly. Okay. 1 of 3. How much do I even have? Upgrades. I have 10 points. Okay. That stuff's expensive still. Time shield I never use. Time blast I use sometimes. Yeah, let's get some of that. Yep. 4 points. I could get that, but I never use it. You know what? Let's get that, because that'll surely be useful. It's kind of weird. Something I've been thinking about more and more as it feels like we're coming to the end of the game is, you know, it's cool. Time manipulation in games. That's fun. You know, not new, but it's usually pretty fun. Leads to interesting mechanics. It's not that interesting in this. The time manipulation is so localized, it's like not even a big deal. It's not like Prince of Persia where you could like rewind and fast forward and stuff like that. Okay. And it rarely uses it in puzzles. Hi there. How you doing?
Buildings in lockdown. The hell's that even mean?
Okay.
Poor bastard doesn't know anything about the train crash. Hope he doesn't have a heart attack when time resumes.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Also, why do we have to hit E to listen to them? That's never really come up before. Wait, is this the way it wants me to go? I don't want me to go upstairs, so I went this way instead. Just, you know, get all the things. That is apparently a door. Maybe a cubby of some sort. Oh well, doesn't matter. Let's go up here. Oh, something's happening over there. I didn't do that. Hi there. Alright. What were you doing? That was kind of delayed. Are these weapons not hit scan?
Paul's office.
See? Hearty belly laugh. He's just so happy. But you have a magnifying glass. Oh, there's readables. Oh joy. What we got here? Shifter alert. Monarch A2 Chronom active personnel. Attention! The lifeboat security protocols are now in full effect. Our stutter proofing has failed, and we have reports of shifters in the building.
Alright, how am I getting to Paul's office?
You're gonna wait a bit, Jack. That's what you're gonna do. Asshole. You all know the drill. We have trained for this. Do not approach shifters alone. Remember that they are not restricted by physical space in the same way we are. Deploy dampeners and watch your backs. Work in teams. Remember your tactics. Maintain your distance. Don't take any unnecessary chances. Comms are unreliable due to the stutter, so pass the word to others. Take advantage of stutter collapses to communicate as effectively as you can. We are attempting to repair the stutter proofing as quickly as possible, but be advised that contrary to our earlier timeline, which gave us years more to prepare, we believe we are now on the verge of the final zero state. And every single stutter we encounter is more and more likely to be the one that never ends. That means our priorities have changed, lifeboat protocols in full effect, and ensuring its success is our only objective. Whether the opposition is shifters, Jack Joyce, or anyone else, or anybody else. I wonder if we're going to see shifters in this. Well, I suppose if the final boss is Serene, then he's probably going to be a shifter. Yeah, I'd imagine. It might be interesting. Also, yeah, their stutter proofing has failed already. Good job, Monarch. It's vital that we all remember our training. If we do things right, we will make it out of this, and we will make our way into the lifeboat. Good luck, and make you proud. Coffee. You don't need your coffee, right? That's a lovely expression you got there. Oh, that's what you're looking at. Oh, okay. So what happened up there? Actually, I could hear them screaming. I think they're screaming.
I really don't want to go outside. The world's just gone crazy.
There's no way for them to understand what's happening. Must be scary.
Computer's not even on. From Luther Talbot. Let's play while we can. Do Badlo Torres. Dude, gotta get the fuck out of this place. I don't care what it's like outside. Did you hear that speech Serene just gave? He's unhinged. He looks all fucked up too, like he's sick. The lifeboat thing's not gonna work out. I don't trust that guy to plan his way out of a wet paper bag anymore. He's way out of control. He's not even here anymore. He just climbed into a chopper and fucked off to God knows where. He's supposed to be in charge. How is that being in charge? And I heard he killed a guy. What the fuck? Wait. They're probably saying fuck. Okay, whatever. The thing is that Joyce asshole's bound to show up here soon. Very specific. I'm not gonna be collateral damage, I didn't spell it correctly, for whatever thing he's got with Serene. I've seen the stats Clarice had. The body count he's racked up now is insane. Who's gonna stop him? The grunts? Fuck no. I could fight him if they like, but I didn't sign up for this crap. I'm just here to coordinate shit. I'll take my chances outside. I'd rather freeze than get killed by that freak. At least that way you don't even know what's happening. Take that over a bullet. I'm leaving, and if you have half a brain, you're coming with me. A lot of typos in that. I wonder if it's intentional or not. Like radio note, won't work in stutters. Radio waves get stuck, same as everything else. Use stutter-proof hardline terminals instead. Okay, so that makes sense. When I was questioning how Charlie was talking to us, they have stutter-proof electronics in the building. Does that make sense?
What's going on? I thought this would be the one place things were under control.
Yeah, right. It's all chaos. This whole survival plan Monarch has, it's falling apart. And there's something weird loose in the building. I don't even know what. I mean, that's why we're banking on you to fix this mess.
At least two of them went really horizontally. Oh well. Into the elevator. Bullet holes? Looks like to me. Okay. Oh. Helicopter. Okay. Anyway. I like to look at things. Shoot me.
was getting closer to the countermeasure. Paul had the key to fixing the fracture all along, but he didn't see it.
There was nothing to see. He believed the fracture couldn't be fixed. That's why he used the countermeasure, the CFR, to create the lifeboat.
They're fighting against shifters, maybe? Feels like it. Are we gonna get to see them now? Nice.
What the fuck is that?
Well, Jack,
Damn.
if you read all the documents that I've been reading, then you'd know that it's shifters. And I feel like things are gonna get real interesting, and I kind of wish I brought a machine gun. Just gonna take your ammo there. Oh, what do you want to show me? Oh, you want to show me that? Okay.
Mr. Hack, sir, I mean, if I deactivate the stutter-proofing system, won't that, if time stops again, then the building will be...
Let me worry about that.
It's just that I'm really not sure this is okay. Couldn't we just check with somebody?
Do I have to look up your home address?
No, sir. I'll do it.
See that you do.
Wow. I mean, not that it's new, but Hatch is a jerk. From Paul Serene, Martin Hatch, security team leads. Martin Hatch has been detained and his authority over Monarch Solutions and its employees, along with his security clearance, has been rescinded. I want a full security team watching him at all times. He's not to be given access to any computer systems or communications. Don't talk to him, and don't allow him to talk to anybody. Lock him down and keep him locked down. If he attempts to escape, shoot to kill. I'll deal with him when I'm done with the present crisis. So what is Hatch? He's not entirely human, is he? A little thing floating above him. Like a little piece of spaghetti. Anyway.
Those men died fighting something that lives outside of time.
The very reason our weapons program was built. Serene knew they were coming.
Weapons weren't doing the trick.
Do I get anti-shifter weaponry? Mm-hmm. Everyone's having a good time.
Hey, guy. You in there? I'm locked out.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that door for you. Hang on. But be careful. There's a lot of scared and angry meatheads on the other side. There you go. Don't get your ass killed.
Hi there. Can I do a thing, I wonder? Nice. I feel like that triple was my most impressive combat maneuver in this entire game so far. Hi there. Hey, how you doing? Cat's having a good time?
Is that all you got?
Oh, there's two of them. Okay, that's not gonna work. I gotta get behind them. I don't really have anything bursty. It actually hit me. I was hoping that'd explode or something. Like, it hasn't in the past, but it made like a charge up sound after I shot it some, so. That's how video games work. Ow, stop it. You know what? Oh, that wasn't long enough. Oh, there's ammo over here. Wonderful. No, I don't want the heavy pistol. Okay, well that means I got more ammo for this, which is good. I like it. That's a pretty big area of effect. Okay, you seem to be dead. Also, I'm glad they're like waiting for me to finish with one before the other one gets remotely aggressive. Awfully nice of them. Hi there. Did their AI break? It's a little weird. I didn't get burned up behind them. Ow, okay. Tell me how you really feel. Hi there. Wall hacks. You big cheater. There we go. I want their weapon. It's explodey. I wonder if I could have shot their heads. Seemed that would be where the camera's located. I doubt it. It's probably just, you gotta shoot him in the back. Oh right, there's ammo here. Right. There's no readables here. I mean, I could check, I suppose. That's handy. Okay. Oh, that's a thing. Oh, I see text.
The Monarch PR machine was going strong. The public believed that they were doing what the police force couldn't. Protecting them from a terrorist threat. From...
You.
Dun dun dun. Dramatic twist. Monarch PR Protocol. PR Protocol. Monarch Solutions response to tragedy. No public aggression. Coercion, manipulation over violence. Contain, bury, spin everything. Friendly, safe authority. Control Mayor, Riverport PD. Monarch assisting the authorities. Deploy SEDMAC for media control. Remove Radford. Manufacture a terrorist threat. Jack Joyce. Note, Jack Joyce should be a clear later addition on the board. Info warfare. See Charlie Wincott for details. How'd that work? Flood social media networks, media sites with new narrative. Drown out legitimate reports with flood of conflicting accounts. Paint troublemakers as bleeding heart extremists. Attain critical mass. Useful idiots would take over trolling. Lovely. You know, the sad part is that trolling is a part of political manipulation and whatnot these days. Isn't that great? My heart goes out to my neighbors to the south. I'm Canadian, and not so much a thing here yet.
You told me that Hatch had Paul's full support. I saw otherwise.
There was a temporary misunderstanding.
I like the title of this email. Alan, did you hear that Hatch is out? I don't know exactly what went down, but Holden from Acquisition say Hatch did something to really piss off Serene. Maybe something that involved blowing something up on the island? I don't know, and frankly, I don't know if Holden did either. All sounds pretty crazy even by Monarch standards. Anyway, Holden says Hatch got escorted out of his office by a bunch of armed security guys. I mean, that wasn't a security will escort you out of the building situation. Holden says it was for real. Well, I guess that guy's done. Good riddance. Maybe now we can get some work done without him Darth Vadering the crap out of us. Guys always creep me out. Oh, I had another thing too. You were right. Dr. Amaral came back. I was sure Joyce would just kill her, but nope. She made it back alive. Anyway, glad I was wrong about that one. She's cool people. She picked a good time to come back too. Things are getting really bad outside. It's really starting to dawn on me. We're really lucky to be in here. Instead of stuck out there and all this craziness. They said there's planes coming down from the sky now. Crazy. Let me know what you think, LMV. Okay. Let's see. I think that's it. Well, there was a shifter over here. Are we gonna fight the shifter? Might be interesting.
I need to access that sky bridge.
Yeah, no problem. Just a sec. But you better keep an eye out, Joyce. That thing out there, I don't think it's gone. Okay, off you go.
Monarch was scrambling. Paul's empire was falling apart all around me. I'd never seen anything like it. But Paul had. That's what he was preparing for all those years.
Hey,
He didn't do a very good job.
more strings. I guess that's just part of like the generic debris that comes off of these corpses. Hi there.
Pretty sure they didn't even scratch that thing.
That's a real shame. There's some oddly colored blood. Okay. Should I have grabbed the shotgun? Not sure. They had a lot of goons.
Holy shit.
This reminds me of that scene in Metal Gear Solid. Before you meet Gray Fox. Or was it Gray Fox? Yeah. Wait, did they call him that at that point? I can't remember. Metal Gear lore is needlessly complicated. Oh no. Okay, this one's brief. I didn't read the other two because the format was Kickstarter. The format was bothering me. Hi Sophia, still haven't heard from you about my screenplay. I know you're busy with all your work. Some nice writing there. It's really taking off in a big way, so let's try to get going on this, okay? I know this thing is going to be huge, so I just went ahead and mortgaged my house to make this thing reality. It's my dream, and I'm going to follow my dream. Once I get the Kickstarter going, this thing's going to pay me back for the mortgage, so no problem. I already shot a short promo thing for the KS campaign. Let me know what you think. I'm going to star in it, but I've got a really cool part for you too if you want it. You'd be perfect for it. You don't say. Also, like I said, I'm going to need that science feedback stuff soon. Let me know ASAP. Yeah. I wonder if there's somewhere where we can see that. It sounds terrifying and wonderful. There is a thing here. Oh, right here, right in front of me. Oh, there's a thing here too. Maybe this is it? Yes! Is that it? Aw. I'm disappointed. Oh boy. Thirsty people.
They have a time machine here? Shit. This is where they brought the university core. This is Paul's machine. Looks like they have it on the top floor.
Mark paperweight with note. Ensure personally that CFR chamber is secure. It's quite the paperweight. I don't think they need to be that big, really. Could be wrong, though. I don't work in an office setting. Or do I? I am at a desk all day. My soul is being crushed constantly by my own ineptitude. Maybe this is an office set. Oh boy. Nice. How you doing there, buddy? You almost made it there. Alright. Jack, should we stop for a sizzle? Nice refreshing sizzle. Hi there. I'm going to shoot at you so hard. It's not good to have a camera clip through models in a cutscene. Developers. I guess the stutter's over.
What the fuck was that thing?
Jack, were you not paying attention to all the text I read on them?
The train.
All personnel, stay clear of the lower levels. There's a possible hazard. Repeat, stay clear of the lower levels. There appears to be a train crashed into the building. The situation is under control. All personnel should remain in secure areas. There are intruders others in the building. Repeat, remain in secured areas.
Hey,
Just
Charlie.
train
I got another locked door here.
in the lobby.
Not bad, Joyce. That's Serene's office. Let me just unlock that bad boy for you. Serene's got access to the CFR chamber from his office. I'll meet you there. Ah, there.
Paul was already gone, but he left behind the one thing I needed.
Okay, there is stuff here. Untitled note. Oh, it's kind of long. I have left this message here for you to find, so that soon, when the time comes, and I ask you to choose, you could do so with your eyes open and with some hint of understanding. I have no secrets, and the only things I choose to omit are the ones that you, in your current limited state, will not be able to grasp, no matter how hard I try to make you understand. I have walked down the same path you are now on. Wow, can't read. Once, from your perspective, a long time ago, although time no longer had such meaning to me, I too came in contact with a time machine. In my case, it was not a man-made device, but a natural one. In a cave. It should come as no surprise, really, that such things exist, much like natural nuclear reactors do exist. That is true. Such as the now defunct ones at Oklo, Africa. After all, the Mayor Joyce field has its irregularities. I, too, became chronon active. I, too, developed chronon syndrome. And in time, I too lost control and became a shifter. Became at once everything and nothing. Was everywhere and nowhere, died countless deaths, and was still alive. My every possibility happening at once. I have a feeling that this is Hatch writing this. Especially because you know the arrogance. I promised I would not lie, and thus I tell you, the noise and the pain and the rage were more than anyone could suffer, and not go insane. I burned in this fire for a long time. There were brief moments of awareness in this endless nightmare, different versions of certain key moments in my life that I found myself reliving again and again, trying to make things right like a puzzle, on and on and on. I am convinced that the stutters and the end of time saved me. Those were the only places, the only times, where I could briefly stop and rest, and slowly find focus and control again, and ultimately master this state, not emerge from it, not be cured, not go back to what I was before, for there is no such thing, but to learn to be in one place and everywhere at once. My perception is altered, like that of someone who has seen a perceptual illusion, and discovered that the picture is both a young girl and an old woman at the same time. Once you see them both, you can never not see them. We are such limited beings. We play with just one piece, on just one square of an endless chessboard. Just one life, one lifetime, and an infinite multiverse of possibilities. Am I an exception? The only one who has found his way to the other side? Or is it just the shifter's brief dream before a stutter collapses? There are other shifters. You, your best friend, who is now your mortal enemy, Dr. Kim. Others, some of whom you know, it doesn't matter who, because they are gone. When they emerge, if they ever emerge, they will not be who they were, just as I am not who I was before. I have done my part in helping you all achieve this state. If time is an ocean with a frozen surface, then the stutters and the end of time are holes in that ice, opportunities to come up for air. I have a plan. It's already in motion. But it would be futile to try to explain it to you, like trying to explain 3 dimensions to someone who can only see one. But make no mistake, I do not look down on you. I strive for humility even as I shift this world from one state to another. I will make this possible. I stand in between. I don't see myself as a gate. I remain humble. I am something smaller. A hatch. Okay. A little on the nose, maybe? At the end there?
We have a mission. Prep the chopper.
Ready to lift off in 15, sir. What's the profile?
Full tactical complement. And we're going to need a tech squad for assembly. I'll brief them on the way.
Copy that. Good hunting, sir.
Uh-huh. Goodies? Oh, that was weird. Grayscale at the start of the cutscene.
My office alarm went off. Is that you skulking around, Jack?
Fuck you. I'm done playing games. I'm here for what you stole.
Yes, of course.
The CFR. If you understood just how much depended on that, you'd leave it alone. But I know you don't care.
You're right. I don't. And it looks like you're not here to stop me.
Yes. Yes, everything will play out as it has to play out. I'll see you very soon, Jack.
I'm done dancing your tune, you crazy bastard.
Uh-huh.
It was just a couple of minutes between stutters. The countermeasure was Paul's prize. Everything he'd built was based on Will's device. His plan depended on it. You better believe I look forward to taking it from him.
Harsh.
Only one of Serene's treatments survived the explosion. His time was running out.
So was everybody else's.
Mm-hmm. Over there.
What happened to you? Looks like you ran into that creepy thing.
Oh, but it was Paul. At least, I assume it was. I assume that was from the cutscene. Whoa, that was neat. I want to do that again. Nice. Okay, where does it want me to go? Down there. Okay, let's read the stuff up here then. Admire the art. Okay. Paul, don't worry about it. We're on schedule. Your time machine core from the university has been transported to the HQ. It's currently being installed in the new time machine frame we built for it. You have direct access to it from the CFR chamber, as requested. And no, before you ask, you can't actually access the CFR chamber from the time machine. That elevator can only be activated from within the chamber, so no one working on the machine can get to the CFR. I thought you'd appreciate that layer for added security and know how important it is to keep the CFR safe. Anyway, I know that you don't actually intend to use the time machine, but should you ever need it, all we need to do is deploy the corridor. It's actually all hooked up now, but we're still running some final diagnostics. The tech should be ready with it before the gala's over. Okay. Sophia, please update me on the progress with the time machine core relocation. Where are we on this? Thank you. Okay. Paul, yes, of course. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to add to your burden. And I know that these are hard decisions you can count on to proceed as planned. I know you're exceptionally busy now that the time is almost upon us, but I was hoping you'd have time for dinner. Sophia, I understand that you'd feel this way, but this isn't something I take lightly. In my experience, that time travel only complicates things. While my own trip through time has given us great opportunities, it has also set me on this path. I want to control it, not use it. That said, I want to have the machine ready to use for emergencies. My foreknowledge of future events will end very soon, and it might prove to be useful to have the option of obtaining more detailed information from the future. Obviously, given that the furthest you can go back is the time machine's activation at the university... Time machine's activation at the university, visiting the past seems fairly useless. Also, ensure that the machine is heavily guarded at all times. Nobody is allowed to operate the machine besides myself, and I want the corridor to remain undeployed unless I give specific orders to the contrary. As for the Joyce brothers, I intend to give William the option of joining us, if possible, but I know him. He's very stubborn and an unstable man, and I don't know if we could ever trust him. I don't need to remind you that he built, in that ridiculous little workshop with very limited resources, a device that broke the local physics at Ground Zero and caused my Chronon syndrome. I don't intend to give him a chance to show us what else he could do if he decides that we're a target. That, along with the visions I have seen, there are certain sentimental reasons that make me wish I could let William live, but I doubt that he makes it possible for us. As for Jack, I'm not too worried about him. It took me a long time to master my abilities, so Jack shouldn't be a major problem unless he manages to use stutters to escape that area. Luckily, stutters should be very rare in these early stages of the fracture. Still, I've come too far to take any chances. I'd prefer to take him alive, but nothing could be allowed to put our planet at risk. I'm sorry to have to involve you in something like this. I know it's not what you signed up for, and as I said, I don't expect you to be personally involved with that part of the operation in any way. I'm not particularly happy about this part myself, and I wish I had better options. But our circumstances as they are as they are, and I have come too far to falter now. I hope you understand. Okay. Paul, we now have finalized the plans for acquiring and transporting the time machine core from the university lab. Your instructions are quite clear. We won't actually move in until your younger self has entered the machine, and the men will try to take the Joyces alive, with the understanding that Jack Joyce in particular could be a threat, and neither can be allowed to escape under any circumstances. I'm still quite uncomfortable with all this, Paul. I understand your reasoning, and I know the stakes are high, but I don't want to see anybody hurt. It's anti-ethical. It's anti-ethical to my role as a scientist, and I wish you'd reconsider. Surely there's a better way to resolve this, moral implications aside. The loss of Dr. Joyce's expertise alone will be a great blow. If everything goes smoothly and quietly, we will transport the core directly to the Monarch Tower via ground route. If there's commotion and it seems there's any risk of detection, we will instead airlift the core to our dry docks operation, and then move discreetly from there to the HQ. The construction of the new time machine frame at the top of the Monarch Tower has been finished since last year. Once we have received the core, it will be installed in the time machine per your orders. I know you don't intend to use it, but even with the limitations the nature of time travel imposes on us, I have to say it seems like a great waste to not take advantage of such a resource. Both from a strategic and scientific point of view, Dr. Sophia Emerald, head of research. Okay. And there's something over here.
Paul spent a long time running Monarch in secret. It probably didn't help with that whole disconnected from reality thing.
Or not. Reflections on the end. I wish my memories about the end of time were clearer, but it was anything but a clear time in my life, and the world was such a jumble, a frozen mess of different timelines crashing together. I was running for my life the whole time, trying to avoid the shifters. Not an ideal state of mind for gathering intel. Didn't help that she kept chasing me, trying to kill me. Beth Wilder, one of my own people. It was her all along. Even then, trapped in the end of time, as little as I understood about what was going on, I could tell she wasn't like me. That she didn't have the powers I did. I knew she had some kind of technology that kept her going in that suspended hell. Of course, I have no idea it was a device I would eventually have my people develop. I suppose I should appreciate the irony that it was her chronon harness, my own chronon harness, that it gave me the idea for the lifeboat protocol. The idea that our technology could let humanity survive the end of time. Suppose I have to thank her for that, and she paid for her sins in the end. But she left her mark on me. I know the time to pay for mine is approaching quickly, but not just yet. Back then, when Wilder and I played our game of cat and mouse at the end of time, if I'd had an ounce of the control over my powers that I do now, things would have turned out very differently between the two of us. She was strong and had the training, and I was young and weak and scared. Even so, my abilities gave me an edge. I was lucky she didn't have the full striker gear. She was the one with the upper hand. I didn't learn to properly control my abilities until much later. In those days, they were unpredictable and operated on instinct. Control didn't come easy. I can't help but be aware that this doesn't seem to be the cause for Jack. His mastery is growing by leaps and bounds. Is it because of the way he's always been? Faster on his feet, bold and adaptive, or is the factor affecting him too? I thought we can contain him. It's cost us dearly. It's not a mistake I'll make again. I'm noticing more and more errors in these texts as we come to what I assume is the end of the game. That's really strange. Oh. That's some art. And boom, now the art is timeless.
Alright.
You like that, Jack? Is that a good joke, Jack? Oh boy. And I like minimalistic, abstract furniture. Okay, I thought there was one on each of those. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna read all that.
17 years, he lived through twice. All of it mapped out, from memory.
He knew the market trends before they occurred. He had the tools to make a fortune, and he did.
Peter. You know it. Oh, they have 9/11 right there. Yeah, there's There's probably lots of things here. Let's go to the current real life here, though. 2017. Sickness, permanent cure, huh? Kind of question the path is our only salvation. Symptoms getting worse. Projected estimate uncertain. Wow, some so philosophical stuff up there. What distant deeps? I mean depths? Or skies burnt in the fire in thine eyes? Or what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dares seize the fire? I am the symmetry of fear. I am the weight of salvation. I am chosen. Is that from Dante's Inferno? I don't know. No? Excuse me for a moment. It's good stuff. Vroom vroom. Okay. That's how it's fun.
Paul told me that he tried to change things. Failed. What he'd seen, it broke him. And I'd seen Beth go down the same path, but Paul... it consumed him.
A little bit. Can't play with post-its? What a shame. Oh, this one looks kind of long. Okay, Quantum Ripple Research Unit. Paul Martin. I know you've both been arguing that the quantum ripple causality research. Causal? I don't know. Research subdivision has great potential. We should keep it funded. I must once again implore you to reconsider. I'll be the first one to admit that the technology is impressive. The fact that directors morphing into rangers can actually track the consequences of rippling out from minor shifts within the Mary Joyce field is incredible. And the level of informational detail they managed to obtain is amazing. But here's the thing. They've been at this for 2 years now, and they have not produced a single useful result. Yes, we could trace actual events from their small inception point to the actual consequences, very much in keeping with basic chaos theory concept of the butterfly flapping its wings, but, well, so what? Every single thing that happens in the universe is the result of such a chain of events. Being able to see the chain offers no real insight into anything due to the very randomness of the process. Furthermore, it's utterly misleading. You could say that some tiny event or tiny decision in my life yesterday led me to writing this email. And that's technically true, but so did some tiny event or tiny decision in my life 15 years ago. It's all a chain. The event yesterday didn't take place in a vacuum. It didn't come out of nowhere, so what's the point? We have no control over it, we don't get to direct it, and we get no useful information out of it. Also, have you actually seen the reports they generate? From a technological point of view, the way they manage to automate their analysis of the fluctuation signatures within the Mayer-Joyce field is impressive, but again, it's all meaningless babble with no practical applications. The personal remarks on the reports are even worse. With all due respect to Ron and Terry and their indisputable technical expertise, I don't know what they're doing. And I'm not sure they do either. It's like they're coming up with stuff at random. The above outlines my concerns as to the futility of the entire process. And I suspect that may not be enough to sway you, but I have one final point which I think you should consider very, very carefully. The entire program is an unforgivable waste of Monarch resources. I don't mean money, although the entire quantum ripple causality research subdivision is costing us millions and millions of dollars, but it really doesn't matter because I know we can afford that. However, there's a more vital resource they're consuming. Each time they fire up their rig and delve into the Mayer-Joyce field, they eat up a huge amount of proton particles. They are a finite resource, and as you know, we are projecting that the ground zero's yield will rapidly diminish as the fracture takes hold, which will happen very soon. You may not understand what the real impact of this is, so let me put this to you in practical terms. Excuse me. Every single time they detect and analyze a quantum ripple, it costs us a week of potential lifeboat runtime, minimum. Given Monarch's primary purpose and the total lack of useful results, I believe it's a luxury we cannot afford. I recommend shutting them down immediately, or at the latest during our next reorg. We could reallocate their resources to something useful and put Ron and Terry's expertise in a great use designing the lifeboat. I'm sure we wouldn't regret putting them into work on that, given their track record of working with Pronatech. Sophia Amaral, Head of Research. Okay. Anything over here? The cute little kitchenette. Hi there. No? Okay. That's fine. Not everything has to have everything, I suppose. It's a lovely nose. Lovely sound to hear while I'm scratching my nose. A lovely nose to hear while I'm scratching my sound.
You're not. Who the fuck are you?
Joss Wheeler. I'm tech support. No, seriously. Just put the gun down, man. I'm just here to make sure the chamber's working right, okay? Just routine.
Your security clearance doesn't match the outfit, buddy. Do you think I'm stupid?
I mean, shit, you throw out a line like that, what am I supposed to say?
Shut your face. We're gonna wait for someone in charge to get here, see what they say about this.
Come on, man.
I said, shut the fuck up.
Okay. Guess I get to save Charlie. I actually can't choose a weapon. Ooh, that looks impressive. MRI machine? Yeah.
Joyce! Help!
Charlie, get down!
Whoa! That like hurt and stuff.
Get behind us!
Why wasn't it letting me shoot there? Oh, that's Charlie. My apologies, Charlie. Good thing it stopped me from shooting him. That would have been embarrassing. Charlie's kind of been growing on me now that he's not bad, I suppose.
Joyce, thank God. Shit, that could have been real bad. You're Charlie. Yeah, let me get this door open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, excuse me, Charlie, I have things to read.
The lifeboat revolved around the countermeasure. He knew Will would try to take it back, that's why he was killed. He knew I'd try to do the same eventually.
Okay.
Clearly, he was right.
Read me right now, CFR procedures to lifeboat maintenance. People, because there seems to be a certain lack of clarity about when it's appropriate for someone to enter the CFR chamber and mess with the chronon field regulator, and because I just had to fire Kevin Janeway because he did the exact thing, let me remind you approved CFR procedure. You do not touch the CFR, period. I may touch the CFR because I'm the lead technician in charge of it. Dr. Sophia Amaral may touch the CFR because she's our head of research and she knows what she's doing. Mr. Paul Serene may touch the CFR because he's Paul fucking Serene and it's his CFR. Nobody else touches the CFR. On occasion, some enormously lucky individuals who have been personally trained by me and are proven to be very, very dependable and incredibly good at their jobs, who don't have a track record of trying to enter the CFR chamber like paint-huffing imbeciles because they just wanted to take a closer look at it, and who have remembered to bribe the lead technician in charge of the CFR with Tom Waits tickets, may be given written instructions to perform specific procedures on the CFR. That will be a great honor and a sign of the significant degree of trust, and those people should be accorded all professional respect and appropriate degree of brown-nosing and passive-aggressive displays of envy by their peers. Or, to put it another way, you do not touch the CFR unless you want to join Kevin in that how to stop being an arrogant dumb shit who jeopardized the only hope of a future for the entire human race because his mansplaining ass thought the CFR really needed was a random dude who knew better. Self-improvement course down at the unemployment office. This I'm sure is where we all believe he was escorted by those armed men. Oh, that's great. There are no exceptions to this. The entire lifeboat protocol depends on the CFR being present, properly connected and functioning normally. We do not want to jeopardize this. This is bigger than any of us, and we're not here to fuck around. Lauren McStevenson, lead CFR. I like her already. That's great. Hi, Charlie. You've been very quiet while I've been reading. I appreciate that. Most other people in this game, they interrupt me constantly while reading.
They'd stockpiled all the chronon particles from Ground Zero to keep the lifeboat running.
Enough to hopefully last until a proper solution was discovered.
Alright, chronon particle stockpile update to lifeboat maintenance. Everyone please advise that we are now at a point where lifeboat activation may occur. Accordingly, I have ensured that preparations are underway for activation. As part of that, What chronon particle stores still remain at the Ground Zero harvesting operation are being moved to the headquarters and placed into the master chronon particle repository, ready to be placed under the CFR's control. Please be aware that what we have managed to accumulate until this point is very likely to be all the chronon particles we will ever have access to. Due to the fracture's effect on the Mayor Joyce field, the Ground Zero anomaly is showing definite signs of weakening. As a result, the chronon particle yield decreases drastically and will soon drop to baseline. While we will obviously continue more traditional chronon particle harvesting operations in order to maximize our stockpile, we all need to recognize that sourcing them outside of the Ground Zero conditions is extremely inefficient. Or in plain terms, unless we find another source of chronon particles, I don't believe we will, what we have now is all we will ever have. Please be aware that all use of chronon technology eats into our limited resources, and while we of course recognize that we need to have our strikers and other soldiers operate in stutters, each operation undertaken will eat away at our stockpile and in very real terms cost us days of lifeboat runtime. Accordingly, we have to plan all use of this technology closely and choose our battles carefully. That said, we should also realize that ongoing situation with Jack Joyce constitutes an emergency, and we will most likely require unconventional chronon particle investments. Just the same, we should be aware of the cost. I expect to see projected chronon particle consumption rates for the foreseeable future and simulations of how long our stockpile will last, adjusted for all the scenarios we have discussed. See our last meeting minutes and our next Monday meeting. Sophia Emerald, Head of Research. Having fun over there? You're being quiet. You know, like I said, I appreciate that. No goodies. Okay. But we're coming up on an hour here. Actually, just leave it in the menu there. So if you like this episode, why not leave a like, a comment, or constructive criticism? And if you want more like this, why not subscribe? Either way, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and I hope you'll join me next time. Stay spicy.